Hi, welcome to the Way Out Tarot. This will be your timeless general reading for the sign of Scorpio. The intention that I set, what I hope and pray for before every reading, this one included, are messages, a word about what you need to know whenever you come across this video. I would like to just start off with some gratitude by thanking you all for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to this channel. Thank you so much. Please continue to do so. I appreciate you all. As you watch, I encourage you to use your intuition and knowledge of your own experience to interpret the messages that come through. The paths that you all walk are not identical. However, it is my belief that your presence here means that you and everyone else watching and that we have a shared interest in gaining insight into what's happening now and how we can better understand ourselves and our experiences to affect change in our lives. We'll go ahead and get started with all that being said. Thanks for your patience. Patience is needed here. Patience is required. There is some situation that you're dealing with, some situation that you're going through that requires you to remember what you have been able to achieve once before, and it requires you to tap into those reserves. It requires you to identify with not only your personal power, but also it requires you to embody an incredible amount of faith. Keep going is what's coming through. Keep trying. Fail and fail and fail and try and try and try again is what's coming through. There's a lot of perseverance here. You may be lamenting at the fact that you have to climb another mountain. You may be dreading the fact that your work is not done. But the really beautiful thing here is you aren't starting from zero. You aren't starting from square one. You have a wealth of experience, you have a wealth of know-how, and you have a lot of support. But there is a perspective shift that desperately needs to happen here in order for you to recognize it, in order for you to make the most of these resources that you have at your disposal. A lot of this, it starts from within. it starts with you. It requires you to remain focused. It requires you to be intentional. Integrity is coming through. It requires a certain amount of honesty about where you are and where you can be. If only you could pull yourself together, if only you could pull and pool your resources, what you have the ability to accomplish is great. And I don't mean great as in good, I mean great in terms of magnitude. So yes, the work is not done. Yes, there's more you have to do. You are prepared, you are equipped. I'll stop shaking the cameras. My bad. You are prepared, you are equipped. And if you can get into that energy, if you can get into that bag and realize these things about yourself, you will be victorious. That is the promise here. But you have to be courageous, you have to be brave, you have to be strong. Strong enough to do the things that you don't necessarily want to do, strong enough to do the work. In terms of style, in terms of aesthetic, you're definitely it. I think that you're very good at editing. There's also something here about a editorial. You could be proofreading a paper of some kind. You could be revamping your love life or your relationships. The way that you communicate about your value and what you deserve, there's something changing there. But are you going to be brave enough to reclaim your time, to reclaim your power? Or are you going to just settle for what you've always allowed yourself to experience? Are you going to settle for more of the same? Or do you want different? Different is going to require more of you in the form of energy, in the form of drive, in the form of willpower and motivation and direction. As we said, there's a perspective shift that must happen here in order for you to ascend into all you are meant to be. And yes, that means that you are going to have to be really intentional about some habits that you have that need to change, particularly those concerning resources. Because it's not just money, it's also about whatever adds value to your life, whatever adds meaning to your life. It's like your attitude must change about it. How much do you appreciate these resources that you have? How much do you value the advice that you're getting? How much do you value the guidance that's being given to you? How much do you value what you've been able to garner from your life experience over the years? And if not years, it would be over the past 2 or 3 months. Many of you have had to, and you're going to have to continue to move forward despite how uncertain you feel about certain things, despite the fear that you have. But it's different this time around, isn't it? This fear is not crippling. It's not crippling you because there is still a modicum of control that you have here over what's happening to you. This is someone who is not at the mercy of their circumstances. You have become someone who knows that you do have a say in what happens to you. It's a very beautiful thing. You get to decide how you're going to be in it. You get to decide just how much of an impact certain things are going to have over your life. And it starts with deciding just how much you allow certain things that, quite honestly, you've outgrown to continue to overpower you. Or own you. We got birth coming out, flattery, exaltation. That is beautiful. I think we need one more here. Yeah. You're definitely ascending to something higher here, something greater. We were talking about magnitude, weren't we? This is not just lip service. This is what you're doing. Negotiation. We're gonna get all the cards out on the table and then we'll talk about them. Have your cake and eat it too. Why does it have to be this or that? Why can't you have both? Is the energy. Let's pull one. One of these too. Two. So really we just got one because this one is these are the directions. So we're just gonna set that aside and I will be right back to talk about these. When it comes to charm, personality, charisma, you can't be bested. I think that you have a talent for communication, you have a talent for relationship building. And I feel that only someone who has become actualized, only someone who has a very healthy self-esteem, only someone who has all that can pay it forward to other people in the form of compliments. You are very good at seeing the beauty in other people. You are very good at instilling confidence in other people, and it's because you yourself are beautiful and you yourself are confident. This is something that you've had to work on. This is something that you have cultivated, and this is why your aura right now is very powerful. I would say that it's either orange or bright yellow. I'm being told that no evil will befall you. And battle after battle after battle that you fight is going to result in victory after victory after victory, God willing. You are so strong. You are so strong because you, no matter what you're experiencing, you're not allowing it in August or whatever, or whenever you come across this video, because this is a timeless reading, you are not allowing it to stop you in your tracks, to keep you from going, to keep you from moving forward. Now, it's because of this drive that you have that you are so prepared for whatever it is that you are facing right now. You're under construction, you are rebuilding, you're changing some things about your life and changing some things about your approach that you feel are necessary to change. So I think that you don't really need me or anyone else to point that out to you. You are very learned in this particular area. There is something coming up, and what it looks like to me is a shift or change that's happening in your life, that because you identify so well with your purpose and with your power, you don't really have to get off of your throne to get through it. There is this very beautiful thing that's happening with compassion here, and this very beautiful thing that's happening with love and with self-respect. And you must continue to love and respect yourself enough to not settle for certain things anymore. And that doesn't mean it's not only about other people, right? It's also about behaviors, habits, things that you continue to do that are going to be detrimental to your success. You see them so clearly. You see them so clearly, and there is so much willingness in your energy to change for the better. When it comes to money and finances, I feel that you are doing what you need to do. You have to do what you have to do here. But these cards desperately want you to not be upset about those things that you have to do. You must embrace it and see it as a part of a bigger plan that is unfolding. See it as a part of the bigger purpose that's at play here. Say the things that you feel you must say to whoever it is that you feel you must say them to. Continue to do the things that you feel that you must do, and you will be successful. That is the promise here. And you can't do any of that without faith. Because when things are falling apart, faith is what allows you to see the opportunity in anything that's breaking down. Faith allows you to see what can be built in its place. I'm back. And I'm sorry for all of the interruptions. But I think there's a reason I wasn't able to just do this reading straight through, and I've had to stop as many times as I did. I think I needed time to really understand what was happening here, and I think there's something that I couldn't shake the feeling when doing this, that there was something that I was missing. And there is something that is more sinister going on here. We spoke about faith and about how important it is to walk by faith during this time because of what is uncertain. And it's really important that you are careful when choosing who you align yourself with, when choosing who you're going to allow in your life, and who you're going to move on from. The people who are giving you advice and telling you things that you don't necessarily want to hear, but are the things that you need to hear. Those are the kind of wounds that we need. Those are the kinds of wounds that we must appreciate. You see, faithful are the wounds of a friend, and the kisses of the enemy are deceitful. So yes, there are some people, some influences here who will tell you exactly what you need to hear. They're going to encourage you to do or say certain things that you know are fundamentally wrong. And because it sounds good, because it sounds sweet, there's an element of temptation here to give into it, or to perpetuate those behaviors or habits that you know must be changed, must be moved past. So that's the challenge here, right? Is being able to tell the difference. Are you going to turn away from people who are telling you things about yourself that you don't want to hear? And are you going to embrace those who are telling you everything that sounds good, but is bad for you? And it all has to do with this flattery card over here, and also this exaltation card. We spoke about rising above, and it's important that you heed this warning. I'm not worried about you guys though, because I get the sense that you are rising above. I get the sense that you are choosing wisely, that you are choosing carefully, that you are a good judge of character, and that you will not allow your desires to lead you astray. There are some things that we can want so badly. There are some things that we can desire so ardently. But you have to, you must see beyond your desires to the truth. You must see beyond what looks good on the outside and go after the things that are inherently good, truly good. Align yourself with the people who are truly trustworthy. And does that mean that you'll be disappointed from time to time? Because it would be nice just to relax in whatever it is that comes along. But as we said, your work is not done. There's blood in the water energy here, shark in the water energy here. I want to clarify because I feel like there are layers to this reading. There are layers here that we must uncover. And we're going to start with the Tower. The Tower clarified by the Lovers. You must choose. It is about right and wrong. It is about the right way to do something and the wrong way to do something, and doing something the wrong way is going to be very tempting. I feel like there are offers coming your way that are very, very tempting, and you're going to really want to avail those opportunities because it seems as though they would meet all of your needs. It seems as though they would solve all of the problems that you have, but the reality is they're going to do more harm than good. The reality is hidden behind those, or hidden on those paths, are more work. Hidden behind those opportunities is another tower. Let's take a look at the Queen of Swords. You're cutting out something here, you're moving on from something here. Queen of Swords clarified by the Two of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer. With the Two of Cups here clarifying the Queen of Swords speaks of trust. And we got the Magician card coming out next. And the Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles. This is absolutely beautiful. So when you move away from the things that don't serve you, you're doubling down on all of that healthy self-esteem that you've built. You're doubling down on self-respect, judgment. It is about good judgment here, isn't it? There are people who are lying to you. And I don't want you to be worried about this because, as we said, you can see it all. 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords. You can see it. 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords. You can see it all. What I don't want you guys to do is to blame yourselves. I don't want you to take it out on yourself and fight yourself over it. There's nothing that you're doing wrong here. This is just the way the world is, and the fact of the matter is we all are faced with choices like these from time to time, where what we do, what we choose to give into, is going to determine what happens next. Yeah. You're going to have to accept disappointment here at several points on your path, but you will be better for it. Ace of Cups. You will be better for it. You will be restored. Queen of Cups. Look at that. And the Knight of Wands. This could be the start of a new relationship, perhaps with another water sign. And water is a great combination. That is a match made in heaven. We got the 7 of Swords and the Hermit coming out next. This is this relationship is going to be very rewarding, because the great thing about a water matchup is you both want the other to succeed. You both take the other's feelings into consideration. It's like you both want what's best for each other. No one wants to overpower the other. You want to support each other. Six of Swords. 6 of Swords clarified by the 4 of Swords. Oh, this is going to be very beautiful indeed. And the Knight of Swords. You're going to want to shout it from the mountaintops. Especially if that water sign is a Pisces. Let's take a look at the Devil card next. Devil card clarified by the 9 of Swords and the Emperor. But what about the fire sign? Well, you don't know. What about the fire sign? 3 of Cups. You could be thinking about all the fun that you could be having with this person. Straight up, I think that some of you want to have sex with this person. Flying out next, we got the World card and the 6 of Wands. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, we got the Wheel of Fortune, the 7 of Cups, the Chariot, the Empress. This is someone who looks good, who feels good, who you don't have to try with, but it's who you are. You're worried about how they perceive you. We got the King of Pentacles coming out next, and the King of Swords coming out next. This could be a same-sex relationship. Doesn't necessarily have to be. But I'm also getting total package here. Let's take a look at the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Two Pentacles. I feel like you guys are tired of your job. You're ready to move on. You're ready to do something different. Two of Wands, yeah. And if that's what you want, just know that the opportunity is here for you to have something entirely different if you want it, if you will it. The Devil card coming out in reverse, you could have something completely different. You could have a job where you're not being taken advantage of. You could have a job or your career could take a turn. Interesting. We say that and we got the Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So things could really turn around here when it comes to work. And bottom of the deck, we got the Ace of Pentacles. Things could turn around really nicely for you for work if you want it to. If you want something different, the chances here for you to get that, for you to get yourself into a situation where you aren't being taken advantage of, where you can get yourself in a situation where you are valued for the work that you do and you're seen as more than just a number on a piece of paper or a number on a spreadsheet. If you'd like more content, the links to the podcast, the Way Out podcast, will be in the description box of this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you, and I'll see you next time.